It's very hot.
So hot.
And it's not, we've been talking about it, but you guys are just now getting clued into the fact that it's hot.
Breaking news.
Breaking hot takes. Hot takes with the weather boys. It's raining men. That's the weather girls. Oh. And do you know who co-wrote that song?
Who?
Paul Schaefer. Remember Paul Schaefer from the Late Show band?
Yeah.
Anyway, hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, your one and only source for Paul Schaefer related hot breaking news. It is hot here. Yeah, and here we go. We call this a reverse Superman. You went back to Clark Kent, putting the old horn rims on, just blasting people in the face with our ring lights.
Yeah.
Hey, fourth wall. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. I almost forgot what I was supposed to say. It's been so long.
I know. It's weird.
Yeah.
This must be what it was like when Michael Jordan came out of retirement.
I think so.
Right? Just he couldn't stay away, and he came back. First game back was a little dicey. Mm-hmm. Next game, he put up like 50 points. So this is our dicey game.
Guys, it's going to be a bad episode is what we're saying.
Every episode. Guys, it's going to be a bad episode is what we're saying. ...
Into
copy paste
perpetuity.
into the end of time. Copy paste.
So this is the first time I'm even seeing you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been longer than a minute.
I know.
But don't be dumb. Don't say dumb you things.
It's good to see your face. Was that a dumb you thing?
No, it was just made me uncomfortable. Just made me a little uncomfortable.
That's what I do.
I gotta say, it's nice for it to be nice for you to see my face because I'm sick of it.
Sure.
I see it all the time,
mm-hmm.
and it's sweaty.
Yeah,
and it's puffy.
104 degrees today.
104 sizzle.
And here's what
Fry an egg.
Mm-hmm. We had so much rain there for a while.
How much? What?
Okay. Everything was so green. Mm-hmm. Now we've reached that place where things are crispy and brown.
Yeah.
It's a bad place to be.
We're overcooked. We've been in it too long. We flew too close to the sun on wings of we're a duo.
I don't
We need to we finish each other's sandwiches. I need you to jump in and make me funnier because I'm having my dicey game back. Okay. This is what's happening. I'm not wearing a hat, thinking cap. I feel like all my thoughts are escaping out of the top of my head. Hot, sweaty, puffy. Vacation boy. Come back, I'm a buffet man. I
want to hear all about it. So guys, as you know, our last 2 episodes, it was a two-parter. Because of all the travel.
No, because we're big time enough now that we do those. Next up, variety show. Here comes a telethon.
We would kill a variety show.
I mean,
honestly, we got enough talented friends.
Okay.
Fill a couple hours.
If we're bringing them in and doing a proper variety show, I thought you were saying the two of us would kill a variety show. It would be a variety of trash. Okay, Brandon's going to do Christopher Walken again at the top of the hour.
Ashley's going to bust out her high school pom routines.
She's going to do high kicks while Brandon does the slide whistle to the tune of Tootsie Roll. It's going to be a kazoo fest in here.
Be amazing.
Brandon's going to try the unicycle, never ridden one. And then we're going to have a doctor on.
A live surgery.
Have you ever seen someone using a unicycle as a means of conveyance? Idiots.
Wow.
That's not a way to get around.
It's a blanket statement over a whole group of a whole demographic.
I defy you to find me one unicyclist who uses it as a means of conveyance that's not a carnival-faced freak. No.
Whoa! Apologies to all you unicyclists.
Yeah, well,
there's not that many.
Good luck catching me on your clown bike Good luck catching me. It's like I hear you coming, because if I'm walking down a dark alley and a gang of unicycles are going to come try to attack me, all I hear is in the background just.
That's terrifying.
As it gets louder.
That's terrifying.
Oh, the carnival boys coming in.
Feel threatened.
They just start throwing handfuls of stale popcorn at you and yelling, hurry, step right up, bearded lady here. You know what? I take it back. We would kill a variety show. This is great.
This content is where it's at.
For the next 30 minutes, Brandon's going to sweat. Go enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Bearded lady and sweaty boy. You're the bearded lady.
Okay. I gathered that.
There's only two of us.
Okay. So much has happened, and we haven't talked. So this is truly like, unlike other weeks, people listening in on our conversation, because I don't know what you've been up to.
Yeah, welcome back from the Sibling Sabbatical. It's been...
Sibling Sabbatical. There's the title.
Welcome back from the Sibling Sabbatical. It's great.
It's so
we've had personal space for 2 weeks.
It.
Oh, we still need it.
Did we ever? Do we ever? So let's begin. I just want to kick it off.
I'm sure you do.
Let's just get into it.
Go ahead.
You've been in Alaska.
I have been there.
The 49th
Go ahead.
state?
Is it?
I don't know.
Probably.
I think it is.
50th.
Okay.
49th?
Well, somewhere at the end. Bringing up the caboose.
Yeah, sure. Seward's Folley. You know? Just facts about Alaska. Alaska facts.
Seward's Folley. Tell us about your time at Seward's Folley.
Well, I think, to not bury the lead, the most important thing is that it was 50 degrees there. And that is less than half of what it is here.
Less than half.
Less than half. Mm. Since I've returned, angry. Man. Angry.
Your systems are shutting down.
Sweltering. You say that. I'm still, when you get too hot and then your body temperature does not regulate and you just can't get it back down. Yeah. I was an idiot and went golfing with a buddy yesterday in 106. I have not stopped sweating since.
I was at a water park yesterday.
I'm braising. I'm basting in my own golf juices, and it's broiling. Oof. It's sick. Yeah. I'm a slow
broiling in your chinos.
I'm a braised asabuco. I'm a tapas. I'm a paella.
Keep going.
Gaella.
You got it.
Okay, I don't know. No, but I will say this.
Okay. For
Alaska. Yeah. Seward's Folley. Here's what I'll say for it. Not such a folly after all. And it's beautiful, beautiful country up there.
Man, isn't it?
Nature, cool, wonderful. Now, the nature piece of it, wonderful. Yeah. Brandon has a hard time with a cruise ship.
Sure.
And the confines thereof.
Sure, it's small.
I don't do well in small spaces.
Sure. You got to run free.
And that is Seward's real folly. is the quarters on a cruise ship. Right. To get off of a cruise ship into nice, lovely weather and see some nature, here for that.
Amazing.
Yeah. So but here's the problem.
Okay.
I don't know if I would hate more having to access the areas via seaplane, because that's the only other way.
Right. Or as Crindy did, by bus.
No.
She said Alaska tried to kill her.
Yeah.
To this day, she maintains that.
Well, Alaska,
because of all the land travel. Because she didn't cruise there. You cruised there from Seattle. Yes?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You started in Seattle, flew there, boarded the vessel.
The vessel, yes, Capitan, skipper, as it is. Yes, did that.
It was a long trip.
An ocean voyage.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Here's what I'll say.
Say it.
I don't know if Alaska has chilled out. If Mercury's in retrograde, I don't know if nature's just taking the summer off, but nothing tried to kill me.
Okay.
I've been in more danger from birds in my own neighborhood than I was from the wild outdoors in Alaska.
That's true.
Walked in bear areas. Wow. Went hiking. Berries? Went hiking, and there was this random couple, because we were just lost, and they were like, "What are you looking for?" And we were like, "We're looking for this trail." And they go, "Oh, you're going to want to go around because there's a ton of bears here." And the lady said, and then the guy goes, no, just cross the creek. You'll get there. It's fine. And she goes, no, don't do that because of the bears. Whoa. So we took her advice.
Yeah. Did you have bear spray? Did you have anything?
I had
that could have helped you.
I had 2 bear deterrents on me at all times. Number 1 and number 2. You see these? You see these biceps? That's a treat for the YouTube audience right there. Is what that is. All you audio dorks.
Guys, we're on YouTube.
We're kinda.
Get over there.
But it's not going to drop. We're going to stagger the drops.
We might.
So what we need you to do is listen to the whole episode thrice on every platform. And then watch it twice minimum on the YouTubes.
So like dedicate like 8 hours of your week to us.
Yes.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not asking much.
Listen, if you want to get a nice quick peek at Grizzly and Cinnamon here, if you want to see Grizzly and Cinnamon choke a bear out, then you're going to want to tune into our YouTube variety hour.
Live from Seward's Folley.
Live from Seward's Folley. Grizzly and Cinnamon versus a black bear. For all the beans. For all, I don't know what do bears eat. Beans? Salmon.
Berries.
Salmon berries. Bears, beans, salmon berries.
My gosh. But you didn't see a single bear on that hike.
I saw statues of them.
Did you see bear scat?
Doo-doo, bear pooties.
Evidence of
Did
them?
you see Winnie's the Pooh? Did you see it?
Nice. In fact.
Hey! Sound effects courtesy of Sweet D.
Good one.
Yeah, it felt good. Listen, guys.
Okay.
No bear. Well, yes, bear paw prints. Bear duty.
Whew.
Bear.
So they were there. They were about.
They were a boot. My impression of bears in my infinite wisdom and experience and expertise is that they just don't want to be bothered either. Leave them be.
No, they don't.
Leave them be. There is a video of a person walking and seeing a bear in the area where we were. I think it was in Sitka.
Yeah.
And the bear went walking past him, and the guy kept it so cool and just kept going, hey, bear. Hey, bear. Because you're supposed to do that, like make noise so that these particular types of bears don't bug you. And so everywhere that we would go, we'd just yell, hey, bear.
Yeah.
Did it in a restaurant.
Preemptively.
I would sit in a restaurant. They'd be like, would you like to start with any appetizers? I'd be like, yes, could I get chicken wings? Hey, bear. And also, green beans, fried green beans. No, I don't know. What? You're not helping. Listen, here's what I'm saying.
I wasn't there.
Didn't see a bear.
Oh, good.
Didn't see not a one.
Good.
Saw some whales, dolphins.
Whales? From the vessel? Proper?
Saw them. Seen them. Saw them from a school bus also, which was less cool.
What kind of whales?
I just found an abandoned school bus and slept in it one night. I needed some space from this cruise ship. So I was like, I'm going to go here with all these vagrants in Sitka.
And see some whales.
All these guys who, when I ask them what happened to them, how they wound up here, how their life's in such shambles, they looked me dead in the face and they said, Seward's Folley. And I said, nice to meet you, Seward. I'm Brandon.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Okay, what kind of whales did you see from your balcony? Did your room had a balcony because you sent me a video?
Alaskan ones. I don't know what kind. The lady said those were either humpbacks or somethings.
Okay. Were they clothes?
Were they wearing clothes?
Close.
Oh,
to you.
No, they were nude, and
shocking.
Yeah, they're all on a list somewhere. But no, they were relatively close. But whales are big.
Yeah, you can see them. Man, so your room. What was your room situation? like the sleeping. Was it a bunk fold out like a haunted
No, there's
bunk?
like a fold out. There's just beds and a fold out. It was just very.
Okay, those rooms are tiny.
This one was bigger than ones from the past.
Okay.
But
Haunted ones from the past.
Yes. Still confined.
Yeah.
And a cruise ship is just a fascinating place. It's a floating shopping mall. It's just a million things going on. You got bumper cars.
Bumper cars.
There were bumper cars on this one.
What?
Ben did bumper cars. There's one of those surfing things where you surf and it like does it. There was an iFly indoor skydiving thing. Basketball court.
And you probably had to pay for it all.
Yeah.
Extra.
Yeah, and I didn't. So what I did was I sat in the room. I would say to Ben, look at the ocean. Look at
it's free.
I did.
It's included.
Look at the vast expanse before you bought and paid for. God's provision, Poseidon's bounty before you.
Yeah.
keep an eye out for whales because the ski ball costs $20.
$20. Dang.
No, everything cost.
And that didn't used to be the case. I'm not a big cruiser, but the cruises I remember, the last one I went on was probably like 13 years ago because I was pregnant with Asher. Not a good combo, early pregnancy and a sea vessel.
No.
I was very ill.
I would argue that early pregnancy is not a good combo with anything.
It's true. True. But I mean, I don't remember everything costing extra. I feel like that's a recent development. Correct me if I'm wrong, cruisers.
Well, here's what I'll say.
And that's infuriating.
Here's what
honestly.
I will say.
Okay.
This cruise ship was certainly unlike any previous cruise ship I've been on. The amenities, think of the amenities. It was a marvel of modern engineering.
Sure.
And
beautiful.
None of that stuff's free. It's expensive to build it. And I'll tell you this, very generous of in-laws, Nelson and Donna, to provide the cruise, and was great to spend time with them and hang out and stuff. So very kind of them.
Emily and Mike.
Yes,
Hi,
Emily and
Mike.
And very kind of them. But I'll tell you what, he picked a nice one. He wasn't cheaping out on it.
Who was the cruise line? Norwegian.
Grand
something. Okay.
Grand something.
Okay, sure.
I don't remember.
Oh, goodness, it'll return. You've sweated it out.
Along with everything, along with middle school geometry, I've sweated out everything.
Yeah,
it's through my pores.
That's what happens.
It's life. That's age.
Man. Okay, so you stopped along several ports.
Graham's, Alaska.
So you're not there.
Grandiose berg. Icy clipper ship.
The Titanic.
Yep, the Titanic is what I was on. And I'm no longer here.
I live to tell the tale. So, what was your favorite place that you stopped off? Because you guys would park it. You get out and explore the area.
Yep, they'd call me up and I'd park the ship.
Yes.
And then all of it had its appeal. Like Juneau was like a little bit bigger area. It's like more of like the capital. Got to see the house where Sarah Palin could see Russia from.
Oh. Yeah.
I think she's a liar.
Oh, you couldn't see it.
I wasn't in the house though. But Sitka was cool and small and like.
That's from the movie The Proposal.
That's what
Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
That's what Lindsay said. And when she said it so confidently, like I was going to remember the movie The Proposal well enough.
I thought you were a Ryan Reynolds fan.
I am a Ryan Reynolds impersonator. There's a difference. Okay. I do the hits. I do Deadpool. Sure. I do Van Wilder.
Yes.
I do
Just Friends.
Just Friends. Mm-hmm. Free Guy.
Yeah.
Van Wilder 2. That's not true. Just Taj is in that one. I just don't do The Proposal. Okay.
It's a great film. Betty White. I challenge you to watch that this week and report back. Now that you've been to Sitka.
This is it. That's where I found the school bus where I slept. Was in Sitka. Oh. Dreaming on a Sitka school bus.
Oh, there's an album title.
But what? What are you doing? No.
Looking at whales.
I will tell you what was a pleasant surprise. Yeah. Not even in Alaska. British Columbia, Victoria, British Columbia. Oh. Stopped there the last day and just to get off the boat, went and grabbed a bite to eat. Cool little like dock area where you could sit. And again, not to disparage a cruise ship too much, but to get off the ship, I think maybe my excitement level was just extra heightened because it's like
gotta stretch your legs,
stepping out. And that was a super cool spot. Didn't expect it. It was kind of just like a little, literally got off just to get off.
Yeah.
But it ended up being pretty cool.
Nice. So. Let's talk food.
Okay.
What'd you eat that was good?
So cruise ship food is, for me, very hit or miss.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
It's
I would affirm that from my past experience.
It is very like, some of it can just slop it on.
Sure.
And just shovel it in.
Sure.
And then off to your excursions.
Sure.
But some of it, if you like, by about day 3, you figure out what works and what doesn't, right? Breakfast is always a winner because you can get an omelet or you can get like fried eggs, things like that. Lunches and dinners were a little tougher, but one thing I did find that I enjoyed is due to the significantly larger than average population of Indian folks on the cruise.
Oh, nice.
Lots of Indian flavors and Indian food. So I spent a lot of time eating like a curry. or like a tikka masala, things like that.
Good
Which,
choice.
good choice for me, bad choice for the people I'm sharing a tiny cruise ship cabin with.
Yeah.
Because the curry,
Got it. Yeah. No, enough said. Got you.
bear repellent. Cinnamon and grizzly can only do so much.
Gosh. Well, I'm glad you found something you enjoyed.
Grizzly tikka masala. Get them out of here. Bye.
Did you have, you go on some cruise ships and they assign you seating,
Yes.
and did they do that to you?
Yes.
No. Where you had to sit with strangers.
No.
Okay.
There's enough people that we had at table,
Okay.
which
That's
is
good.
great. But we only went there like 2 nights.
For dinner.
To the point that our waitress, sweet lady, came up and was like begging us to tell her why we weren't coming back.
Oh, no.
We're like, no, we just got other stuff going. It's fine.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So you could choose to dine in the main dining room or like a buffet situation or something.
You could do that, but we typically would just do that sort of thing. Did I ever tell you about the time we went on a cruise with our friends Luke and Annie? Luke, who we call Cruise Luke, and
he's a
he was
cruiser. Hi, Luke and
he was
Annie.
so excited for lobster night that when we came down to meet him for lobster night, he had put on a full tuxedo for lobster night, and
Did
then
he have a bib?
I watched him eat 7 whole lobsters in his tuxedo. Wow! It was spectacular.
Yeah.
He was being very shellfish. He wanted it all for himself.
Listen, you got to take advantage of lobster when
That's
it's
true.
made
When
available
you can
to
get your claws on it. Listen, I would say though, and shout out to Lindsay, she's a researcher of places.
Yeah, she is.
She found a little hole in the wall restaurant in Sitka,
Okay.
but it's a James Beard nominated place because the chef, I guess, just decided to want to have a simple life in Sitka and do her thing there.
Yeah, live in a bus.
That was the best food I had the whole time. Wow. It was
What'd
great.
you eat?
Chowder and
That's the picture that you sent.
chowder.
Chowder.
And I did oysters. That's a reaction.
Your favorite.
Right. I like an oyster. Snotty little flavor balls that taste like the sea.
Yeah.
They're Poseidon's loogies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good description.
It's pretty great,
really
right?
good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What I love is great comedies about taking risks. And that first little bit, you didn't like it. It didn't settle well with you.
No.
But then once you thought about it,
It's good.
it's a thinker.
It's good.
It's too smart for the room. But anyways, no, I mean, some good food there, and
Yeah. Spectacular scenery.
certainly had my moments of confinement
Yeah.
and needing to get out.
Sure.
But the nature and all that was great and very generous of
Oh, incredibly
Nelson and Donna to
generous.
provide. So
Nice.
yeah,
And that's a very special trip to take. Like that destination, the way you got there, that's out of the ordinary. That's very special.
Seward's Folley.
Seward's Folley,
You know,
man.
it's Seward's Folley.
Yeah. You guys also got some beautiful photos.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know,
You and Lindsay went kayaking one day,
it was canoeing.
canoeing one
We
day.
were canoeing with a bunch of strangers.
Oh,
And I
but you
gotta
had your own boat.
No, we were in a canoe with strangers, and let me tell you something. When you're rowing with a real lollygagging lazy bones in front of you, and every time you try to row, your oar's hitting his, and you're mumbling under your breath, like, come on, man. Like Lindsay's watched me get angrier and angrier and angrier with this stranger because he was throwing off the whole vibe of the canoe.
Come on, man.
I almost tumped him over the edge. Right into that icy cold abyss. I almost rose and jacked him.
Wow.
Except I would have pushed his face down.
Is this your warm heart for the week?
No, this is my cold shoulder for the month. Because I'm not kidding. I was like, when I get into a situation like that where I'm having to row,
Yeah.
my first thought is I look around at everyone on the canoe,
Yeah.
and I establish that I'm the alpha.
Dominance.
I say, put an oar. You pop an oar over here to Grizzly and Cinnamon,
So I was
and
gonna
you
say.
watch him dig us to this glacier. And I established dominance.
Right.
I bared my teeth.
Oh.
I let them my scent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, curry
Oh.
and whatnot. And we started going, and I'm telling you, right as we pushed off, I clocked this guy as the wettest noodle that's ever canoed.
The weak link.
The weak link. The one that, should we have been lost, that we were all going to agree to eat. He contributes nothing to the tribe, and therefore he must be sacrificed for the greater good.
Did you tell him that we have a podcast? Could
Yes.
he be listening today?
I know what I did is I said, hey, fella, when you get done sucking at rowing, do me a favor and pull out your Android, because total Android guy.
Sorry for the Android users.
I'll tell. I have opinions on Androids,
We
but
have
it's okay.
dear friends who have Android.
We do, but I just the green and the blue.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's what I'll say about an Android, and you'll never hear me say this again because I'm an iPhone guy through and through. They're getting cooler. Like, they're doing a lot of cooler things. As a matter of fact, I think they actually do more than iPhones a lot of the time. I'm just an Apple like cult member.
Yes, you
and
always have been.
I can't leave.
No, you can't.
I drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you did.
Anyway, I said, hey.
Apple flavor.
I said, hey, stupid, but I loved it. It was really good.
Thanks.
Anyways, I was like, man, write this down. Cold hands, warm hearts. You're getting a shout out in 2 weeks.
And you're not going to like
And you're
it.
not going to like it.
Because you're the wettest noodle who ever canoodled.
You're the wettest noodle who ever canoodled, and you deserve to be in the icy abyss. Hope you packed your floaties. Hope you packed your floaties, rowboat.
But listen.
Man overboard.
Did the canoodler...
Canoosh. And then just into the...
Did the canoodler ruin your glacier experience?
Thank you for asking. Yes.
He did.
No, he ruined my rowing
I'm sure that
experience.
trip cost $1 million.
He ruined my rowing experience.
Okay.
He made me work thrice as hard.
Yeah.
I'm having to pull my weight and his.
Yeah.
And then when we got to shore, and the guy, I've never heard a person use the word snacks more in my life than the rowing instructor.
Oh.
He kept saying, when we get there, we're going to give you snacks. Like, we're just a bunch of people who can only be motivated by treats.
Yeah.
And so we got there, and I watched this guy who dragged us down the whole way. Poor robesmanship. Made my life a living HE double hecky sticks. And we get on shore. He goes back for like thirds and fourths. He's like, pal, you leave some for the rowers.
Right. Those who
Leave some salmon.
energy.
Leave some salmon spread for the alpha.
That's what I was going to ask. It was probably a salmon-based snack.
It was salmon based and crackers and hot
Delicious.
cider.
Oh.
Yeah, but I've been rowing.
You need
I need a
cold
Gatorade.
Bevy. Yeah.
I need a Gatorade and some creatine. Having a carry Madge up here. He rode like a Madge.
How good is a salmon spread, though?
Good.
I like salmon.
I like a salmon. Salmon spread. Salmon jerky. Smoked salmon.
I don't
Baked
know
salmon.
about salmon jerky.
Well, you're wrong.
I like smoked salmon.
I like smoked salmon too. Listen, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
he was the worst rower. Yeah. And I'll say it to his face.
Yeah. When you see him again.
We keep in touch. We've been FaceTiming ever since.
Okay.
And I've been giving him rowing lessons over FaceTime. Listen, here's one thing that I also have beef with Grand Canoodle cruise ships, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Television.
Still don't know.
Ben will tell you. Television programming.
Oh.
Bunk.
Subpar.
Bunk. I'm not kidding. Do you remember the Ewoks cartoon from the 80s?
Nope.
Okay, no one else does either. And they own the exclusive license to it, apparently, because it was on almost all day. We alternated
Weird.
between watching the Ewoks,
Okay.
Red Bull TV, because apparently that's a thing.
Sounds like an assault to the eyeballs.
I watched an entire season pretty much of a British baking show that I've never heard of.
Okay.
I got really invested in these people's lives.
Sure.
And anytime I would turn on the TV, I would say, Ben, give me the remote. I got to see if they're baking sweeties. And that's what I refer to it as, bacon sweeties, because I still don't know what the show's
We
called.
don't know the name of it.
Ewoks, Red Bull TV, bacon sweeties.
And this is what you've been watching, reading, or listening.
That's right. And that's why I kept being like, Ben, look at the ocean, because it's better than this.
The ocean's better than everything.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that you all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What was that face?
I was just,
I just unplugged myself.
That checks out.
I'm glad that you had delicious food, delicious
Yeah.
views, time with family,
Sure.
and got to go on this bucket list experience.
Seward's Folley.
Seward's Folley. Amazing.
Check it off.
One other thing I wanted to check in with you about was your show with City Cinema at the Opolis.
Yeah.
Or as Crindy said, the Capopolis.
Did she really?
She did.
That's why I'm opening that across the street.
Please do.
Oh, yeah? Having fun at the Opolis? Try the Capopolis. Half price.
It made me laugh. And she giggled when she said it. She knew.
The Capopolis. It was fun. It was, I will tell you, and Michael Trepanier, who is...
Hi, Michael.
Who is the most... I say this with the utmost respect and admiration, the most meticulous, organized, prepared person when it comes to anything musical.
Yeah.
Or anything, really.
Yeah. I could totally see that. I don't know him.
He does not like being unprepared. He does not like flying by the seat of his pants. He likes to know things are ready to go. And this show was not that.
Sure.
It was a mess of preparation. Ethan couldn't make it because he had a family emergency. We were like, dude, go.
Ethan.
I know. He handled it. Everything's fine. But he handled it. So I'm doing things that I wasn't ready to do. Michael's doing his thing. JB is so loosey-goosey and like he's so good at like showing up and doing his JB thing that like he wasn't worried about it.
No.
And our first song, we were figuring it out and we made some mistakes, but you know what? The people didn't even know because they don't know the songs yet. And after that, we settled in and then ended up doing like a whole kind of random switch, like mashup set with JB and this other rapper named Original Flow came and sang with us and did some stuff.
Yeah.
He's great.
That's awesome.
By the way.
Nice.
Original Flow.
Yeah.
Shout out Original Flow.
Yeah. Don't sleep on it.
He's busy doing cooler things than listening to this podcast though. So he's not he's out there flowing originally and we're here just talking about Seward's Folly and the Capopolis.
The Capopolis.
But no, it was fun. It ended up being a really good time. People that came out were really kind and fun. And for me, the Opolis is great fun to play because I hadn't played up there since way back in the day when I was living in Norman playing with Ryan Lindsay in a band called Claire.
I remember the Claire days.
So it was fun.
I want to give a shout out to my friend Carrie, who was at the show.
She came and it was so
She's
amazing.
the best
She was
person.
so sweet and so fun. And like I could tell, here's my favorite thing.
Okay.
Is she came and everything had gotten shuffled around. The first act had bailed because something had happened. So we were like having to figure it out. So it's a much later start.
Yeah.
She showed up an hour in, she thought, thinking she was going to get in and get out like a person our age would.
Sure.
And then I could tell she was so sweet. She was like, yeah. I came at 9 because I thought we'd be starting. And I was like, if it's too late, you like whatever. She's like, no, I'll stick it out. I'm here. And she did. And I'll tell you what, she's a better person than I am because it's late.
She's the best person.
She's so sweet. It was really, really nice to see her. She was so cool and so kind and it was great.
Carrie. Well, that's good. I'm glad the Capopolis.
That's how I greeted her. That's what I said. I go, Carrie,
hi.
welcome to the Capopolis, Carrie. I know it's late. It's past my bedtime too, Carrie.
I'm 40.
Anyway, 2, 3, 4.
Take it away, Original Flow.
Yeah, please, because you're young.
And cool.
You're young
and
and
original.
You're young and cool, and you can just go. The rest of us, I need a Bayer aspirin to prevent heart attack. Original Flow, listen, my back hurts.
Yeah.
Okay?
My feet
hurt. You're maybe your Original Flow, but I'm Ancient Flow. You're just a young strapping.
Yeah.
And me.
Yeah.
An old crapping.
Okay.
I don't know. It rhymed. Come on.
It did
Original Flow.
It rhymed.
That's my flow.
It rhymed. So I have not been to Alaska in the last 2 weeks, but I have been some places.
Okay.
We did celebrate Harrison's 15th birthday, which I talked about in the last episode.
Okay.
But we went to dinner at a place, a hibachi place called Kobe in town. And my kids were so irritated with me, but tell me if you wouldn't have done this. In this restaurant, there's a bar and then TVs all behind the bar.
Did you get up on the bar? Coyote Ugly style?
Absolutely.
Is that what happened?
Absolutely. That's why the kids were embarrassed.
Because I would be so embarrassed. Mom's dancing on the bar again.
Get down.
2 weeks off from doing the pod and she's trying to find another creative outlet. Dancing on the bar, Coyote Ugly style.
That's my Original Flow.
Piper Parabo. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Leanne Brimes, Can't Fight the Moonlight.
Yeah. Look at you.
I watch Coyote Ugly once a week.
Oh.
Just to stay grounded.
Absolutely. Just to stay.
You know?
It's what grounds me. So anyway, the TV is all behind the bar in this restaurant and then all along another wall. So we're in a booth and the TVs are here and here. On every screen, massive screens, there is and I know nothing about this sport, a UFC fight, females.
Punchy gals. I was going to say punchy boys, but punchy gals.
Punchy gals.
Yeah.
Listen.
Mean.
It
Angry.
was intense.
Yeah.
And every TV, and I couldn't.
You were inundated with it. It was like in a movie where they're like trying to like brainwash a person or inundate them. They were trying to make you a UFC fan.
Yes.
Like this.
But I had my kids with me.
Yeah. So I start throwing haymakers. Yeah. Caught Harrison in the temple with one.
Right.
Hope ate hers. She was fine.
Yeah.
Came back spider monkey style.
Sure.
Hope could be in the UFC.
Probably so.
Right now.
As a 10-year-old.
She would fight in like the mouse weight division. How much does Hope weigh? 8 pounds?
Dominate.
Yeah, she is strong. Anyway, so yes, you're watching.
So it's getting very bloody. There's hair pulling.
That's illegal.
It's intense, but so much blood. I can't eat my hibachi shrimp and chicken. So I asked the waitress very politely. I said, "Ma'am." And another table was facing me, and they were making eye contact. And the wife goes, "Are you enjoying your dinner?" Because she could tell that I was like trying to look anywhere but the TVs. So I asked the waitress if she could kindly switch the channel. It was getting awfully bloody. The kids were so embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed, and I wasn't there.
It was blood at a restaurant. I don't think I was wrong to ask politely if they could change.
Here comes Hibachi Mom asking us to turn off the violence.
Hibachi Mom.
Here comes Kyoto Karen. Needs to see the manager about the television programming.
And see, I'm normally not the person to do things like that. This was intense.
Honestly, after this round, could you put the Veggie Tales on for the kiddos?
That's what I asked.
Because but the Noah's Ark one, because it's my favorite.
Right.
Is there any way you could dig up a VHS of Bible Man?
Yeah.
Do you remember Bible Man?
I do remember.
Played by the dude who played Charles's best friend on Charles in Charge.
I didn't know that.
His crowning achievement, his finest role.
Charles in charge
of our days and our nights. Yeah.
Look at us.
Oh, I love Charles in Charge.
It was a great
It was a phenomenal. Scott Baio at his finest. Better than Joni Loves Chachi.
Yeah. I mean, depends who you ask, but
depends if you ask Chachi or Joni, for that matter.
Anyway, so I did do that. Okay, then it's
Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights. That feels controlling. Like odd.
It's a lot of pressure for Charles.
Culty Charlie was the working title of the show.
Culty Charlie.
And that's why his best friend was like, "No, I'm digging into the Bible.
Peace.
I'm going to become a masked super Bible hero."
Yeah. Where it's wholesome.
Yeah. Me and Kirk Cameron are going to hang out over here.
Yeah. They had a club.
They did.
So we, okay, it's been awfully hot here. Oh, triple digits.
Yeah.
Triple digits. You don't know because you've been in Alaska. But I'm a glutton for punishment.
Okay.
And for Harrison's birthday, he asked to go to Frontier City.
No. Did you go to Frontier City?
Went to Frontier City.
Is it so much smaller than you remember it being?
So much smaller.
Because I haven't been, but every time I drive past it, I think that place seemed huge to me when I was a kid, and I bet it's tiny.
It really is. And I hadn't been to Frontier City since probably high school, college.
Frontier City.
Oklahoma City is premier amusement park.
Only.
Yeah, only.
One and only.
One and only.
Easy to be the premier when you're the only one. There are people with backyards better than Frontier City these days.
I don't think that's true.
Have you seen mine? Gophers. You can go play whack-a-mole right now in my backyard.
We got a trampoline also. But anyway, we went there. I can't remember when I've ever been hotter. However, no lines.
Of course, because people aren't idiots.
It was a Monday, and it was about 100.
And you were at Frontier City.
Frontier City. And here's what I'm going to say about it. It was the perfect day because you'd go on a roller coaster. And there are a couple good coasters at Frontier City. They're very short.
Silver Bullet?
Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet's classic.
Yeah.
Thunder or something? Is there a thunder something?
I didn't go on that. The formerly called Brain Drain.
Brain Drain.
The Rolling Thunder, I believe.
Rolling, that's right. Gosh, nice.
The
pirate ship?
Prairie Schooner.
Is that what they call
That's
it?
what it's called.
We're landlocked.
Prairie Schooner.
You gotta have
Tin Lizzie's Horseless Carriages.
Okay.
The Gully Washer.
Did the Wild West Spectacular stunt show?
Yes.
Just
Didn't see that. Went to the magic show, though.
I'll tell you
Good
what
trips.
has got to be real hazardous is some of the costumes that they would make you wear at Frontier City. You dress like Old West people. You got some
Chaps.
you got some sophomore from OSU wearing a bustle. Walking around trying to cope with that.
In the 100-degree heat.
Just got a wicked, scorching case of swamp bustle here.
Chaps.
God, seriously, boots and chaps, cowboy hats.
Honestly, though, that's authentic.
Well, sure, but they
You
didn't
think
know.
cowboys didn't have to contest with the heat?
I think that they did, but global warming, it's hotter now than it was then.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I had a lot of sweat that day.
Nobody today. What's her face? The global warming activist, Gerda von Grugwig.
Yeah.
What's her name? That one? Isn't that it?
That's it.
Gorpagon Gubig. She's not wearing a bustle.
No.
No.
She knows better.
Because she knows that the earth's getting hotter. Those who live in a greenhouse of gases don't wear a bustle.
That's it.
And
That's what they
you
say.
can write that. That's what Seward said. All those years ago. And that's why it's still cold up there. Seward knew what he was doing.
You gotta wear a bustle up there to warm your booty.
The reason it's Bustlin. Oh, no, for real, that's Bustlin. Frontier City was Bustlin, cuh. Saddle up, partner. Frontier City's Bustlin.
Listen, that's the best part of Frontier City that day. It wasn't bustling.
Gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to go to Frontier City and see one of these kids who's working there. He comes up to me, he says, "It's Bustlin." I look closer and I see that he's wearing one of those George Michael Cross dangly earrings. He takes off his 10-gallon cowboy hat to reveal his freaking broccoli head, his TikTok broccoli head.
Yep.
And he says, "Frontier City be Bustlin." Mm-hmm. And he swats a milkmaid on the bustle and he rides his stick horse off, making the sounds himself because budget's tight.
But it was this thing where you would ride, the Silver Bullet, the Diamondback.
Oh, okay. The Diamondback was
because it goes forwards and then it goes backwards and there's a loop.
Diamond backwards.
You
gotta be careful.
There's the Wildcat, which is a wooden coaster. It hurts.
Wildcat's been around for a while.
It used to be called the Orange Blossom Special.
Okay.
Back in our day.
And they were like, it's not grabbing the youth anymore.
No. Wow.
Nobody. That was pretty good.
That was a Wildcat.
That was pretty good.
Thanks.
This sound effect not brought to you by Sweet D. Well, it was a pretty good Wildcat.
Hey, thank you. It was off the cuff. But anyway, it was that thing where you would ride like the Wildcat and then they'd say, "You want to go again?"
Because
go again?
Because there was nobody else there.
Nobody else in line.
That's pretty awesome.
Right?
Ride till you barf.
Ride till you barf. Didn't do it. I did, however.
Oh, hot barf.
Oof, listen. The kids went on the Rolling Thunder, which is basically just a loop.
Over and over and over and over and over.
And it hangs you there for a while and then it goes. And as they were on that, I looked down mere inches from my feet.
Mere inches?
Vomit.
Oh, not
Just
your own though.
Right now.
Sloshing and vom.
Inches from my feet.
Can I tell you something that I wore when I canoed with that idiot is...
Brandon.
He doesn't listen. I'll tell you how I know he doesn't listen because I kept saying, "Stroke! Stroke!"
Oh.
And he wasn't hearing me.
Sure.
But listen.
Okay.
They gave me complimentary galoshes, which is a great band name.
Oh, gosh. It's really good.
And at first I was like, I don't want to wear these stupid galoshes and the waders.
Yeah.
But you know what? When I put them on, I was like, I might need to get on Amazon.com and cop me some galoshes when I get home because there's something wonderful about seeing a puddle and being like, I'm going to step in that because I can.
I got some galoshes.
Hey, there's barf over here. I'm going to slosh in it
Ooh.
because I've got loshies.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
You could borrow Jeff's fishing waders anytime you wanted.
Don't speak for him.
Okay.
Those are his preciouses.
Okay. I bet he would share them with
The only thing hotter than a bustle on a Frontier City day is fishing waders.
Oh, goodness. Those don't breathe.
That's a weight cutting technique
Oh, gosh, it is.
for a UFC fight that Could you please turn off?
Please. Too much blood.
Too much blood. Veggie Tales.
Veggie Tales. Also, because I'm a glutton for punishment, do you know where I went yesterday?
Where?
In the scorching heat?
Where?
To Oklahoma City's premier water park.
Used to be Whitewater Bay. Is it Hurricane Harbor now?
Hurricane Harbor.
I don't like that they changed that.
No, they've changed a lot of the names of the attractions as well.
Don't try to repackage it and convince me it's something different.
It's the same.
I'm still swimming in the same urine from the 80s.
It's
You haven't
the same.
You haven't cleaned these pools at the
They have.
Acapulco Cliff Dive?
Yeah.
The Acapulco Cliff Dive.
Oh,
Your back comes off of it.
comes off it. You know, now it's
Airborne.
called the Atomic Wedgie, I think.
That's right down the middle. Literally right down the middle. Isn't it?
I think it's called that.
They call
It
it
was
the,
closed.
all aboard the crack blaster.
Yeah.
Who's ready?
I'm not. I am not.
Who's ready for Butt Floss Falls? Why am I not naming these things? What sort of... Why have I been passed over for this? Who's ready for the G-string dinger?
Listen, it was fun. It was fun there. I enjoyed it. And honestly, okay, and because it's a water park, there were way more people there than at Frontier City. There were lines.
More tolerable.
More tolerable. But
Do they
look
still
at
do the
me.
season? Do they still do the season pass?
And see, that's why we went. Because we purchased our passes for Frontier City more than halfway through the season, so we got them at a deep discount. And they get us entry into Whitewater Bay as well, Hurricane Harbor. So anyway, but that's why we did that. How
Producer Googled season passes
Oh, okay.
to tell me. Hold on. Yeah, there's too many pop-ups, man.
Well, good work though today.
I don't know. They still have them, so that's I know because it's on a website.
I
anyway.
just told you that. You didn't have to send in that.
Well,
Anyway, lots been going on. I went to I would like to spend more time on this than we have, but I spent the last week at youth camp with our youth group from church.
you burned so much of the show on Seward's Folley that you forgot to get to your youth camp.
It's worthy of it. But I will say this. We were at John Brown University in Siloam Springs.
Siloam Springs.
You love Siloam.
I quite like Siloam Springs.
It's
Charming.
a delightful little town.
Charming.
Yeah.
Picturesque.
Picturesque little town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan got married there.
He did. Hi, Brendan.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, because he's
Just-
going to be a daddy.
Oh, I was talking about his wedding. I forgot about that.
He's going to be a daddy in December. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Brendan. Hi, baby Conrad. We're excited for you guys.
They're naming their baby Conrad.
No, because it's a girl.
Conrad von Conrad.
Yes, that'd be amazing. Anyway, so we were at John Brown University with the Christ in Youth Conference, CIY. And can I just tell you that it was such a good week.
Yeah.
Spoiler, it's going to be my warm heart. These kids, here's what I'm going to say about this next generation. They're all right. Kids are going to be all right. There is hope for the future because what an incredible, open, accepting, incredible, I know I've said incredible multiple times. Anyway, it was just the most uplifting week ever. And I just want to say, shout out to the Overflow Youth Group from
None
the
of
World
them
Church.
are listening, and none of them
That's
will
not
ever
true.
listen.
Did you read our latest review? My boy Josie. Shout out Josie.
Josie.
Wrote us a review.
Okay, no, I didn't read it.
Yeah. Shout out Josie.
Thanks,
Anyway,
Josie.
it was an incredible week. And I live for a youth camp.
How old is Josie?
He's going into 9th grade.
Listen, we're picking up the hip youth.
I'm saying.
now. That's
I'm
big,
saying.
Josie. Spread the word,
Guess
Josie.
what? He went with me to Frontier City and he said it was Bustlin.
Josie, Josie's bustling. I'll tell you this about Josie. I need Josie to know that he has taken us up like 10 cool points.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm 40.
I know.
I am 40 and sweaty, and Josie's bustling.
I know. He's amazing. All these kids are amazing, and what a week! I truly live for this. And here's what I will say: one more quick thing. Okay, I think this week was particularly impactful because of COVID, because we haven't been able to do things like this for years.
Thanks, COVID.
Thanks, COVID. Blech. For kids to be removed from their day-to-day and to go to these places and just be together with community and just play, no technology, very little technology. Anyway, it was a delight. I live for a youth camp.
Me too.
Okay. Well, I want to give a few updates from the field.
Okay.
Our field producers are out here.
They
Okay.
are.
First of all, I had dinner with our field producer from Guam, Mindy, the other night, and our friend Emily. Hi, Emily. Hi, Mindy. And she's currently in New Zealand covering some important news for us out there.
She's out here.
She is. Guam is a great launching pad for world travel.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, they're in New Zealand for the soccer right now.
Go ahead. Go ahead there.
For the soccer.
You know.
She's going to report back. Also gave me an update on Typhoon Mawar that 6 weeks ago hit our beloved Guam. It was a tough time, guys.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Harrowing. But, they're picking up the pieces. Apparently, when you're an island
Nation
person, this is a thing that you contend with often.
Oh, of course. It's like some tornadoes.
Yeah.
It's what you're used to.
I do feel like the damage in this case was much more widespread.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But it was a great touching base with Mindy. Our field producer, Jackie, has been feeding me
Jackie just had a birthday, too.
Hey, happy birthday, Jackie. Feeding me stuff from her algorithm. She is keeping me abreast of the latest news in the expensive boat algorithm.
Sure.
It's a place.
It's a world.
It's a world. Our friend and field producer, Dominic, hi Dominic, sent us something via our DMs and wanted us to weigh in on this. Subway is offering a promotion currently. They will give you a lifetime supply of food and beverages from their stores if you will legally change your first name to Subway.
If I legally change my name to Subway, could you have me never eat Subway again for the rest of my life?
Sponsor us, Subway.
No, I won't do it.
Well, and you say this as someone who owned a sandwich shop of a different chain.
I'm just saying, it's like getting a Latin Kings and a banana together. You don't want to see that.
Okay.
I'm a sandwich boy.
There's a rivalry.
Yeah, rivalry.
Would you...
I'm an expat, though. I'm no longer sandwichy.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sandwichy.
Yeah.
But I'm not sandwichy.
Got it.
Yeah.
Would you legally change your first name?
No.
To any restaurant for a lifetime supply of food and beverages?
Oh my gosh, dude. All aboard Texas Roadhouse Birdwell. Oh. Oh my gosh, do you guys want to hang out with Hooters Glenn Birdwell? Oh, dude, let's go over to Red Lobster Birdwell's house. He's got all the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I was not prepared.
Oh my gosh, dude. So I'm hanging out with Bobby, Terry, Dick's Crab Shack, and Randy.
Here's what I would say. In order to consider that, I would need a place with a menu with a lot of variety.
Sure.
Because if you're going to be eating a lifetime supply.
Sure. You're going to want to take advantage of that.
Maybe Cheesecake Factory Engle?
It's a deep menu too. Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Has a lot of choices.
Ruby Tuesday Engle.
Genres.
It's not bad.
Lubies.
We're getting too real. The names are too real.
Luby Engle. I don't know. We might do a poll on the socials this week,
yes,
guys.
Please submit those because there's so many we're not thinking of.
And we're going to need first and last names.
Leader in the clubhouse is Hooters Birdwell. Top it.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome, Dominic. Also, shout out to our field producer from New Orleans, Jonathan. He asked us if we wanted him to bring anything for us from New Orleans. I said crawdads.
Yes.
Will they make the trip? It's hot.
I'm sure they will.
In a cooler.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Real quick, as we move on, field producer Amanda sent me a thing that I'll send you today. It was just a person who was making cold pickled hot dogs, and all she said was unfollowed. That's all she said. So I'll send that to you.
I support that decision, Amanda. Look at our field producers out here.
They do more than we do.
Listen.
They do more than our actual producer does.
Sorry, dude.
I'm not.
It's true.
You're sorry.
You bring us a lot
You're
of
a
joy.
sorry dude.
Brings us a lot of joy.
Yeah, well.
And that can't be
Change your
measured.
name to Seward.
Seward. Okay, real quick, what you watching, reading, or listening to?
Watching, reading, or listening to. Still saving the last episode of The Bear because wanting to finish it, but not wanting to push it too fast.
Okay. That's how you know you
spent a whole day with Benny watching Pixar movies the other day, and we just did Russian roulette style where we just waited till the next one started and just watched them all day.
That's a fun surprise.
All day what he would say is, we're going to watch the next one as long as it's not Cars 2. Hates Cars 2. Loves everything else. Listening.
You know what? Agree, Benny.
Yeah, it's the worst.
So convoluted.
Listening.
Too long.
Listening to, what was it? I literally was listening to it today. Do yours and then I'll come back to it.
We went to see the new Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Crindy and Harry highly recommended.
Okay.
Also, fantastic. Joyride of a film.
Joyride.
The lady next to me yelled out at one point in the movie when one of the main characters was shot. Okay, not going to say which one. She goes, "Oh, golly."
Sure. That's the reaction to the shooting.
Oh, golly.
Oh, golly. That's going to fix it.
And I laughed. Cruising through the office. Just cruising.
Same.
Cruising on through. And that's about it for me.
Okay.
I'm excited to take Hobie to see the Barbie movie.
I'm excited to see Oppenheimer. Mm-hmm. I'm so mad that I can't think of what I was listening to. I was literally listening to it. Oh, got it. I'm so mad because he's coming to town and he just sold out. It's Ponyboy. And so I'm going to have to see if I can't get tickets. It's an artist called Medium Build. He's so good.
Okay.
So good. So I was listening to that all day today. But
shout out, sponsor us.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe with a ticket.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
We'll advertise it to our dozens of listeners.
Yeah.
Most of whom are in Guam and New Zealand and stuff for the soccer. Yeah.
For the soccer. Okay, what's your warm heartbeat?
I'm going to say my warm heart after yours.
Oh, okay. Well, mine is youth camp. Just seeing the way that these kids were swept up and so present in the moment, so good to one another. What a beautiful experience.
Sure.
Period.
Okay. I'll use two. I'll say I'm going to give my in-laws a warm heart. Very kind of them to provide a trip and all that. And then second warm heart, spent a day yesterday with a dear friend, Jesse, playing golf and hanging out and catching up. He just got back to town from Mexico, so ended up hanging out with him. So there you go.
Nice. Love it. Well, that's it.
All right. Well,
honestly, there's some stuff we didn't get to.
I know. It's because we were in Alaska for most of it. But listen, guys, it's Seward. Anyways, listen. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for listening to Colin's.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
I can't function. All right, guys. Talk later.
Bye.